If you guys enjoy what I do, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel and it's free and easy to do. Before we get started with today's video, I have an announcement to make. After years of telling other people's stories, I finally released one of my own. My novel Eternal Reign is available now in both ebook and paperback format for those of you who are like me and prefer to collect physical media. You can grab a copy right now on Amazon through the link in the description of this video. And now back to our regularly scheduled program. Since the expedition has a plan, granted it's a very dangerous one, the smart thing to do would be to get some rest before heading out, but no one is really able to sleep, so they just spend the time talking. Mael figures out that Alicia is Verso's sister, which isn't that hard to do, but she wants to know why the woman never talks and just stares. Verso doesn't really want to talk about it, but he does tell her that she had gotten trapped in a fire that messed up her face and her throat. He has no idea why she went to see Mael, but she had helped him in the past and he had thought that she'd help him get to the paintress's heart, but this time she seems to have sided with Renoir. Their family clearly has issues, but since Mael didn't exactly grow up in a stable family herself, she doesn't hold it against him. The island where the first Axon lives is a very strange place, with a whole bunch of giant floating masks everywhere. The Axon is just as creepy and very large, but it doesn't attack them as soon as they show up. Instead, it opens a path for them, which Verso is 100% sure is a trap. Things get even more creepy when a smaller but still very large creature tells them that the Axon wants them to meet him in his chamber at the end of the fourth path. But they can explore the other paths if they want to, and they may find some useful information if they do. Since walking directly into a trap is never smart, they decide to explore the island a bit. They come across some more weird giant masks that ask them some seemingly random questions before sending weird Nevrons to attack them. When they beat the things, they hear the Axon scream in the distance like something hurt it, so they decide that it may be a good idea to take out all of the other creatures in the area too, since it may make fighting the Axon easier. When they've done all they can to weaken the thing, they finally go to face it. It's as strong as Verso said it would be, but the expedition manages to beat the giant thing only to find out that the real Axon wasn't the mountain-sized creature that they had faced, but the smaller one that had talked to them earlier. With a great deal more effort, they overpower the Axon only for him to put masks on the faces of each of the members of the expedition. The masks paralyze all of them, making them pretty easy targets. But the only one that it doesn't work on is Ciel, because while all of the rest of the members of the expedition have personal issues to work out, Ciel is at peace with herself. She lives with her issues every day, so having them brought to the forefront by a mask that represents a strong hidden emotion won't really be all that effective on her. That gives her the chance to remove the Axon's mask, killing it and taking its chroma, which is the first half of what they need to forge their weapon. When they get back to the camp with the chroma, Lune tries to give it to the curator, but for some reason he'll only accept it from Mael. When she hands it to him, his face turns into Renoir's for a moment, which freaks Mael out. It only lasts for a second, but it's enough to make her extremely uncomfortable. Strange occurrences aside, they've completed half of their goal, so they take a break to get ready for the next monster, which Verso says will be a lot stronger. The next island is much different from the last one, and so is the Axon. She's an enormous dancing woman named Serene, and the minute the expedition gets close to them, Serene starts to control their emotions, making them lose control of their minds. Monoko's bell pushes the Nevron's power away, but it'll be worse the closer they get to her. Verso has seen some people lose themselves just by looking at her, and when they did, they threw themselves off of the cliff. Expedition 67 had destroyed a lot of the walls in the place, making a path to one of the creatures that creates a lot of the things for Serene. So the expedition destroys it, since taking down any of the Axon's helpers will probably be a good idea. Then they make their way to the Axon herself. The group is able to hold off her power for a little while, but she shows them what they want most, and they are eventually taken by the illusion. All except for Lune, whose greatest desire is to do what her parents wanted and defeat the paintress. The Axon is intrigued by her ability to resist her powers, and that gives Lune the chance to get close and deliver the killing blow, giving them the final bit of chroma that they need to complete the weapon. Mael gives it to the curator and time freezes again. She sees Alicia for a moment, but she transforms into the female curator and very forcefully knocks Mael back into reality. The fact that she's the only one who can see these things is really weird, but when the curator finishes the barrier breaker weapon, the weird incident is forgotten. They have one last night of rest before they face the paintress, and they spend it drinking because Verso stored his personal stash of wine inside of Esquier, and the giant oddball told Ciel about it. Once they've drank him dry, Verso heads off to be alone and his sister shows up. She gives him a letter and he gives her a hug. He clearly cares about her, something that Renoir points out when he shows up. Knowing that Verso loves his sister, he can't understand why he's trying so hard to kill them all. The man hasn't come there to fight, but he's trying to make Verso understand what will happen to them if the paintress dies. She dies and everything she made dies, including his entire family. Renoir wants him to stop, but if he shows up to the monolith, then he'll know that he really plans on killing his entire family, and he'll handle him accordingly, meaning he won't be holding anything back like he did in Old Lumiere, and he will kill them all to protect his family, even if that means killing his own son. And that's where we're going to stop for today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it, comment, share, and subscribe. Grab a copy of my novel on your way out, and I'll see you all next time.